This video tutorial is about charts of inventory and inventory movement. In a construction project, material like cement, steel, pipes, electric fittings, and tools are constantly moving between warehouses and project sites. Without a proper inventory tracking, companies often face material shortages, excess stock, delayed procurement, or even material losses, leading to increased project cost and construction delays. With charts of inventory and inventory movement in Supista PMS, construction companies can maintain complete visibility over project inventory, monitor stock movement, and ensure material are always available when needed. Let us see how it works. First of all, from the navigation menu, we go to Inventory and click on Charts of Inventory. As you can see, the screen appears. This is where you'll create and manage inventory records for individual materials used across your construction project. Create a new inventory record, we'll go on Create and click on it. Here, as you can see, this form will appear where you have to fill all of the relevant information. You need to start by entering a unique inventory code. For example, here I am entering this. This helps identify each inventory record within the system. Next, you will select the project for which you want this inventory to be. For example, here I'm selecting test. Then you can select item from item master. For example, here I'll select diesel. Then you need to select the available quantity. For example, here I'll enter 20. Then you can select any one B2 inventory in charge from your users. For example, here I'll put in this sample. Then here you have an option for reorder level. This is for whenever the available quantity reaches this minimum level, the organization knows it is time to replenish stock before project work is affected. Once all of the required information is filled, you will simply click on Create, and as you can see, you'll receive a notification that it has been created. When you return to the previous screen, you'll see here that this record has been created. So Pista provides you with multiple options in this tabular view for your convenience. For example, if you want to pin any column, you can simply pin it. So whenever I scroll after this particular column will be stuck here and you will be able to see all of the information against it. So Pista also provides you with filters so that, for example, if I want to see the inventory records for a particular project, let us say expense test, I simply need to enter it. And here, as you can see, only the inventory records which belong to this particular project are being shown. So Pista also provides you with advanced table options. For example, here, as you can see, we have this column, available quantity. For example, now if I want to see sum of all of the available quantity records that I have, I'll go on this aggregate button. Here, as you can see, a list of all of the available columns appear. I'll scroll until I find my desired column. I'll click on it, and as you can see, we have multiple options. For example, I want to see the sum. I'll simply click on it and apply changes, and then I'll be able to view the sum of this total available quantity. Now, for example, if I want to see average instead of sum, I'll simply go back here, change it to average, and click on apply changes. And then, as you can see, we are able to view the average. Every inventory transaction is recorded through inventory movement, and each movement is always linked to a specific charts of inventory record. This means that once an inventory item has been created in charts of inventory, all stock additions, issues, transfers, or adjustments for that item are managed from its inventory movement section. To record a transaction, we will open required charts of inventory. For example, here I'm opening this. And we'll then navigate to inventory movement section, which is just below this particular form. Movement will again go on this create button, and as you can see, a relevant form will appear. First of all, we'll select the movement type. This specifies the type of inventory transaction that you want to enter. For example, here we have two options, inventory input and inventory used. Then there is the opening balance section. Then there is an inventory in quantity and inventory out quantity along with its closing balance. These columns created by and created at that you can see are creation color. They are automatically filled at the time of creation. After you have entered the relevant information, you'll simply click on create, just like how we created charts of inventory. After you are done, the created inventory movement record will appear here, just like right now we are able to see this particular record. Any number of inventory movement records that you create for this particular charts of inventory record will appear here under this particular section, and similarly it will happen for all of your charts of inventory records. Both of these together work to provide complete inventory visibility for construction projects, while charts of inventory maintains the current stock available for each material. Inventory movement records every transaction that affects inventory levels. This helps construction companies prevent stock shortage, avoid unnecessary purchase, reduce material wastage, and maintain complete accountability for inventory across every project site. With charts of inventory and inventory movement in Supista PMS, construction companies gain complete control over their material inventory from recording available stocks to tracking every movement throughout the project lifecycle. That is all for this video. Thank you very much.